Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And today we got ourselves another quality check from Tesla Oakville. So today what we're going to be doing is checking out the quality of the Model Y, and has the production run been improving ever since it was released. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Alright, today, so we have 3 different Model Ys, and we're going to go through each and every one of them and see, has Tesla been improving their quality of the Model Y? Alright, so let's take a look. So here are the VINs for the first vehicle. Alright, so this seems to be a long range dual motor Tesla Model Y, and basically we're going to be checking this out thoroughly to see if the quality has been improving. Okay, so first thing we're going to look for is panel gaps. Alright, so let's look for any panel gaps in this. So let's look really closely. And so far we're looking good. We don't see any panel gaps so far. Let's start off by looking at the left light to see if it's aligned. And let's go on to the right light. And as you can see, it's perfectly aligned. Is there any panel gaps? Let's look closely this time. Nope. And it looks like the quality has been improving. It looks like as of November, we got ourselves a good production run. The panels are aligned perfectly and evenly. Let's look over here. And don't see any imperfections so far. So far, we're looking good. Let's go around here to see if the panels are flush. And yes, let's do the test over here. Nice and flush. It looks like Tesla has been improving the quality of the Model Y. Let's go over here. Feels flush. And let's look right above here to see if there's any panel gaps. No siree. The quality has been improving. Let's look at the back. See if we can get an image of the back and go through each and every panel here. Oh, yep, it looks like we have been improving. The back is getting a little bit better. I don't see any panel gaps. Let's see the charger door, see if it's flush. And it's flush. Oh, yes. The panel gaps are absolutely gone. It looks like as Tesla continues to build vehicles, they are getting a lot better. The build quality of the Model Y continues to improve. And if you receive any imperfections in your delivery, please do not forget to complain, because when you're spending all this money, you want to make sure that you thoroughly check your vehicle for any imperfections and make sure there are no panel gaps. You must hold Tesla to a high standard. Do not accept delivery unless you are fully satisfied with your vehicle. So it looks like this vehicle here would pass my delivery check. Now let's go over to this Model Y right next to it. And this one, let's see the VIN. The reason why we want to check multiple Model Ys is because we want to make sure that this is not a fluke. We want to make sure that this is an overall trend on all Model Y vehicles. So let's check another one. Light is aligned on the right side. Light is aligned on the left side. There don't seem to be any panel gaps on this vehicle. It seems that the quality of this build has been improving. Tesla, thumbs up. This one is a little bit dirty. It was parked outside, but it looks like the wrappings are still secured on, so it looks like it's a brand new vehicle just parked outside and waiting to get delivery. So let's move on and also do the test over here. Is it aligned? Yes, it is. Do I see any paint discolorations? No, I do not. It looks like all panels seem to be painted the same color. I knew that was an issue before, but it seems like Tesla is getting it together. So if any of you want to go out and purchase a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y or Model S or X, now is the time to do so, because if you do, because it's late and it's the beginning of November, you are going to be getting 2021 vehicles if you order now. Tesla seems to start producing their model 2021s in the end of October, and if you order now, you'll be able to order yourself a 2021 Model Y. So let's look on this side to see if there's any panel gaps that in case we missed. Let's look. No, it's looking good, and it's looking like the panel gaps and the build quality continue to improve with this vehicle. The Model Y is one of my favorite Teslas that they have to offer. It really gives you that room that is lacking from the Model 3. Overall, this build is a pass. We are not seeing any significant panel gaps, and we are not seeing anything that would be alarming, which would prompt not taking delivery. I would definitely give a delivery for this vehicle. Now let's move on to another Model Y that they have parked up here. So this is the third vehicle, and let's also look at the VIN of this Model Y. Overall, see, that's the Model Y, that's the VIN number, so you can see when this was produced. And let's start off with the light. Everything seems to be aligned. Panel gaps, the light, the hood. It looks like the paint seems perfect, and there's no paint imperfections or discolorations or different types of paint. Sometimes in videos, depending on the sun and the shade, you may see something different, but I can assure you, just by standing in front of this vehicle, there's no way I can tell of any discoloration of any bumper versus the overall paint throughout the whole vehicle. So let's move on to the other light and look on. And what do we see? Perfection. Tesla continues to improve. And it looks like we've gotten to a point that we are no longer seeing panel gaps in their builds moving on from November. In the beginning, we did have an issue of people receiving panel gaps, but I can assure you that they're in the right direction and they continue to improve. So if you were thinking of getting a Tesla strongly suggest you pick one up right now. Is the best time to pick one up. And if you need a referral code, the link will be in the description. So let's move on to over here and look at our test over here. Panels seems to be flush. Panel seems to be flush. There is one thing that I do notice on this Model Y is the panel gap over here is, I would say, a little bit unacceptable. It's a little bit bigger than the other two Model Y, so it looks like we found something, but I can assure you that most of the Model Ys that I've seen today have been looking great. And yeah, this is actually a dual motor edition, and let's take a look at the rear. And so far so good. Looking at the build over here and coming on the left side, let's see if there's any imperfections. Yeah, over here there is a little bit of a panel gap that I would say is kind of unacceptable, but overall we're in the right positive direction. All vehicles are not perfect, and please remember to complain, complain, complain. I will say it again, complain, complain, complain. That's the only way we'll be able to get better vehicles, and that's the only way we'll be able to put that extra attention onto Tesla. So, taking a look at this, would I accept this one? I don't think so. Also, so I found another gray Model Y to see if I can compare of any imperfections, and so far I've taken a walk around this vehicle and I do not see any imperfections with this Model Y. It looks like somebody will be taking delivery tomorrow. Let's look for any panel gaps. Let's look for any imperfections. This build seems to be a little bit better. So, if any of you are interested, why don't you head up here or do the order online. Tesla has built a platform to easily order a Tesla Model Y, S, or X online. So why don't you go click that button and get your Tesla today. All right, so that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, if you want to win a $50 Amazon gift card, all you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And the first 1,000 subscribers will be entered into a draw to win this $50 gift card.